importantly, it's been doing extremely well, and I'm going to go over the numbers. The performance is really what everything boils down to, is whether it can make you money or not. And stick around. I've got a really great presentation. It's We're going to be featuring the AI Auto Trader, which is a system that's based on mathematical modeling combined with next generation technology. So, with that being said, let's go get the CFTC out of the way. I certainly don't want the alphabets of the federal government chasing after me. Uh, this presentation is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I highly recommend that you do consult with a licensed trade advisor so you can fully understand the risks that are associated with trading the financial markets. With that being said, let's keep the ball rolling. Our vision here at Right Line Trading is to develop innovative trading strategies that help predict the future direction of price. And man, that is extremely valuable information. If you had a crystal ball and you knew which way the market was going to go, well, there's a number of different ways that we can leverage that information. What distinguishes right line trading from a lot of our competitors is that we're on the right edge of the chart every morning, and we're trading our software on a live market, and we're leveraging those signals in a variety of different ways. We have David Kushner, who's our professional prop trader. We have Mr. David Wise, probably one of the most brilliant options traders. He leverages those signals with options contracts. We have Mr. Craig Emery, who's one of our success stories. He started out as a client, found his groove after trying dozens of other trading systems that just didn't work. And now he has his own futures live trading room here with Right Line Trading. And also we have our founder, Mark Sachs, who continues to run very successful Options Alert newsletters. And in the back office, surrounded by a highly educated and super qualified team that I'm really proud to be a member of. I mean, these guys, they have their master's degrees, UCLA, University of Pennsylvania. Mark has his MBA. Very highly educated people. Sergio Rodriguez reminds me a little of Joel. He's just when it comes to coding and writing computer programs, they do stuff that are just you or I just wouldn't know how to begin to do. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for them. Our team is led by Mr. Mark Miller, and Mark Miller is an Army veteran. And let me tell you, we just had Veterans Day. My hat's off to anybody who served in the military. What a sacrifice you all make. You're heroes, and we thank you for your service. And I'll tell you one thing about Mark Miller is he brings those core military values. He's an Army veteran. The core military values of integrity, transparency, they're at the forefront of everything that we do here at Right Line Trading. And he's really a great guy, man of God. So our number two goal, we want to build a community of traders who collaborate with one another and support one another in their trading journey. And let me tell you, this journey that we're on is not a simple journey that we can head right on into the winner's circle and have a bunch of cigars and celebrate. Our journey is filled with setbacks and potholes and speed bumps. And being a part of a community, I'm a firm believer that there's power in numbers. Learning what's working for somebody, sometimes even more important, learning what's not working is tremendous information, very valuable information. So I just always like to put a slide of a personal slide of myself. Rob did a beautiful introduction, and my picture's a little blurry, but over my birthday, which was the first week of November, my wife and I, and we have two beautiful girls. We took a trip to North Carolina, and we drove into Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And this is a picture of me and my family, and I can't tell you how blessed that I feel to have them in my life. And I'll tell you, I live in South Florida, which, we have one season, which is summer, and we have a very flat state. Yes, we do have the ocean, but it's a very flat state. And when I went to the Gatlinburg in North Carolina to see these mountains in the, that 30, 40-degree weather, ah, man, it's really like a breath of fresh air. You just feel closer to God, I'll tell you. So that was a recent trip that we took. Now, this slide, that I wanted to put this up because, prop trading now has really opened the floodgates. It's given everybody an opportunity to get into the trading game, and it's really exciting. And in the past, you had to be, pretty well off. You had to have 10 or 20 or $30,000 that you could afford to risk, which, these days it's not that easy to do. However, with these prop trading firms that have stormed onto the scene, traders with little to no experience, and that's the point I want to make with this slide. Brock Miller, he's a member of our team, has very little to no experience with trading. However, using the system that I'm going to be showing you in just a moment, he was able, I think, on his second, third at the latest, his second or third try, became a funded trader with a very popular prop firm. So the system that I'm going to show you can be used in prop accounts. It can be used in live accounts, all depending on what you prefer. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to put myself in. I've had the privilege and the pleasure of over the last 10 years working for a great company like Right Line Trading, and having the privilege of talking to traders, and I really enjoy it. It's really become a passion of mine, and hearing other people's journey and their successes and their failures, and it really keeps my finger on the pulse of our trading community. And this slide, I always like to put myself as the one who makes the mistakes, because I've talked to a lot of you, and I know that a lot of you have, and you can relate to these problems that we have in our discretionary trading. One of the main problems are these emotional, the mindset that you have to put yourself in. I liken it to Michael Jordan playing a basketball game. Well, this guy, is like one in a billion where he can put himself into the zone mentally, and that basket is, increases in size by tenfold, and he's just putting the ball through it like it's nothing, jumping and flying through the air like, like an acrobat. So I don't know about you, but I'm really not a Michael Jordan. And I just have trouble getting into that zone. And I like to make impulsive decisions. I cut my winners short. Oh, Lord. If I see a trade going in my direction, I'll squeeze my stop, and I won't let the trade mature. And those, revenge trading. If you get a winner or two under your belt, you're feeling that you're in the zone, and you can't take a loser. And next thing you know, you take a loss, and it wiped out those two or three winners that you were so proud of getting. So those emotional errors and those human errors, or fumbling around with the platform that you're trading and trying to get into a trade, and where's the Superdome, and the how do I get in and how do I get out now? And before you know it, you've blown your account. So these human errors that we make. Um, I heard a presenter on this show, in fact, and I love being on Trader's Corner, The presenter on Trader's Corner made a point that people have about 15 different personalities, and 13 out of 15 of those personalities, well, they just don't lend well to trading. You know, they you have to have, what I'm trying to say is, nerves of steel. Let's be blunt about it. And you have to be willing to take some heat on a trade and let the trade mature, and it's not easy to do. So, and we've all bought dozens of systems that just don't work. We don't have the proper tools, and it all leads to the same frustrating end, of us blowing out our trading accounts. And I think all of us have experienced that feeling. I've gone through periods where I couldn't even look at trading for a month because of the money that I lost. And it's a frustrating, it can be a very frustrating journey. And that was really the motivation behind the AI Auto Trader. I know my slide says it's been my commitment, but it's been my team's commitment. I'm part of a very talented team, and the hours that I've seen, my associates put into the optimization process of this system, it has been our commitment to bring this frustration and these blowing out of trading accounts to an end. And that's the exciting part about this trading system, because when the 9:30 comes and that opening bell rings, we have no idea which way the market's going to move. We have all the talking heads and opinions and biases and Monday morning quarterbacks that tell us about all the money they made yesterday. But when you're at the right edge of the chart and that bell rings, we have no we have no way of knowing which way that market is going to go. So having the proper tool set is really the key to this. And moving along fast, I know it's been a long presentation, and I want to get right to the heart of the matter. The two things, and we have narrowed it down to two things, is number one, you have to have the proper tools. If you're going to be trading in a fast moving market, making split second decisions, you've got to have a tool set that's going to give you an edge. You have to have an edge over the other retail traders. We're not going to beat the big hedge funds or the professional traders that are behind them are millions of dollars in leverage. So we have to have a powerful set of tools to level the playing field. In biblical terms, I like to make the analogy of David versus Goliath. These the market and these hedge funds and these huge institutions that have millions and billions of dollars to throw around. They're not clicking a mouse and looking for an entry to get in and out. They've got super powerful computers that are all automated, and they're getting in and getting out, and like lightning fast. So our goal is to level that playing field. And number two, ideally, because of those human emotional errors that we make, we would like to have software that can automatically get you in and get you out where risk is at the lowest, and have the profit targets in the ideal locations. And that's what we're going to provide to you today. The system that I'm going to be showing you today runs on NinjaTrader 8. These are strategies that run on NinjaTrader 8, and NinjaTrader 8 is a free platform now. And I always say that because back a year or two ago, you had to pay like $1,500 for NinjaTrader, like I did, and now it's free. All right. So if you're with a prop firm, it's always free. If you're going to trade your own live money, which I do recommend doing, uh, the platform is free now. So these are strategies that once they're enabled on NinjaTrader 8, they're going to execute and manage the trades on your behalf. So there's no more overthinking or hesitating on a perfect trade setup. The stops and the profit targets are in the ideal locations based on uh, a ton of data. The data analysis that goes into optimizing these strategies is enormous. And the more data that we gather, the more powerful this system gets. And so, for me, I had to add in there's no more cutting your winners short because that's my biggest downfall. And really, with when you're trading futures, that risk to reward ratio is just so important. We don't want one loser to wipe out two or three winners, so we can't cut our winners short. So it really, for trade management, there's no more of those errors. So let's get right into it because what I'm going to share with you is a diversified portfolio of automated strategies that trade on a variety of different time frames and instruments. And the first one that I'd like to highlight has been one of our more successful strategies. And I'm going to highlight the top three. And number three comes in with the Haymaker. The Haymaker trades on the Nasdaq, which is on it's on a 30 range data series. And I'm going to pull over a Nasdaq chart just to quickly show you. And today, this was the results of the Haymaker today. I'm kind of conservative. I kind of like cutting my winners short on a discretionary basis. Had I kept the system running, I, probably would have made more. But listen, capital preservation is just so important. And when I'm up $500 or $600, I shut the strategy off for the day. Sometimes it might go up and run up $1,000 or $2,000, and I missed out. But you know what? I never have to worry about giving that money back. So capital preservation is really important with these strategies. But what I want to show you on this chart, and I'll go back to this morning and show you the entries that it took today. We don't offer a black box system where you have no clue, why you got in. You just enable it and hope to God that it wins. Our system is based on mathematical modeling, and our trigger on this strategy is based on market internal. Market internal. What we're looking for on the NASDAQ 30 range, the Haymaker, is we're looking at a disparity between uptick and downtick. Well, why are we doing that? Because who creates that disparity? That disparity or the trend is being created by the large hedge funds or large institutions. They're the ones that are driving the price of the NASDAQ higher, like it did at about 10:15 this morning. And our software sniffed it out. These little triangles that you see under these candles are telling us, hey, there's a large disparity of uptick versus downtick. And the system also looks at a multi-time frame assessment of trends. We want a higher time frame alignment. We want a sync of higher time frames to get into these trades. And when everything lines up, the system will execute. This is my signal indicator, the cross that you see. What that cross is telling me is that all of the conditions have been met for the system to fire a trade. And that indicator is called the signal indicator. And I'm not going to go into the minutia, but in my signal indicator, there's a dashboard. And if I put the dashboard on, it will show me on the left-hand side of the chart the conditions that must be met in order for the strategy to fire a trade. If they're in green, they've been met. If they're in red, it hasn't been met yet. And in a fast moving market, sometimes there's 5 or 10. Some strategies have even more conditions that have to be met in order for them to take a trade. So the NASDAQ 30 range is our Haymaker strategy. And has been a very consistent strategy. And that's really the goal with these strategies. It's one thing to have a good week. We want to put together consistency. We want to have profitable months. And the goal is to get you funded if you're a prop trader and keep you funded. It's really nice to pass an evaluation account, but that's just the first part of it. And I'm going to go into more of the second part of it in a little bit. Um, so let's keep the ball rolling. I wanted to show you the last 30 days on the Haymaker. The NQ30 range was up about $2,375 when I made this slide on November 10th. And this slide is just one of our members. Being part of a community of traders, we have our Discord chat group. And our Discord chat group allows you to communicate with the entire community and see what's working, what's not working. Everybody shares the results. On this day, Alaskan had a fantastic morning, and he told us exactly how he did it. He was running 3 prop accounts with Apex, and he was up $760 running that strategy. And he was running a variety of our strategies in a number of different prop accounts. So let's move over to the cash register. The cash register is our ES, our S&P 500. Okay, remember, we're going to diversify our portfolio. We're not going to put all our eggs in one basket. So if our Nasdaq isn't hitting one day, well, we've got the cash register, which runs on the S&P 500 futures. That's the ES 5-minute. And in collaboration with our professional options trader, David Wise, who loves to trade the SPY on a 5-minute, we put together the cash register strategy that really has some unique filters in place. It looks at the Laguerre momentum via the Laguerre oscillator. It also leverages the market internals and the VWAP. It has some filters in place that only have it trade on certain conditions. And this has been one of our most consistent strategies that we have running. This is Alaskan again. He made 900 on the cash register. And this is, I'm really a numbers guy. From September 1st to November 10th, okay, about 2 months, 2.5 months, that strategy alone had made $6,575. So running that strategy alone, and I want to emphasize that this is on a 2-contract ATM strategy. We're just trading 2 contracts. This isn't trading 5 or 10 contracts on a back test. This is running in a live market, trading just 2 contracts, 2 E-mini contracts. And we've got a really great risk to reward ratio on these strategies. Our risk to reward ratio is anywhere from 1.5 to 1 in our favor to 2.5 to 1 in our favor. So we've kind of turned the tide with that risk to reward, leaning it in our favor. In fact, we have one that runs on gold that we're only risking 7 ticks to make 30. So the risk to reward on that is just incredible. So from September 1st to November 10th, the cash register has been ringing. It's made $6,575, which I mean it's just fantastic. Those are great numbers. And last but certainly not least is our cash cow, we call it. And man, oh man, listen, there's no need to hype this because the numbers speak for themselves. We've got a strategy that's running on the Russell. This one runs on the RTY. People always ask, can I run it on the micros? Yes, sure. You want to trade it on the M2K or if you want to use the Haymaker on the MNQ or the cash register on the MES, all of the strategies that I'm going over today can all be traded on the micros as well. Okay. And I'm gonna try to show you a video here in just a moment. We had somebody shut down the webinar on accident, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to play the video, but I'm going to try. Okay. So let's talk about the cash cow. The cash cow, oh my goodness, month to date. Okay, listen, again, I want to emphasize these aren't back test results. Okay, this is running on somebody's prop account on a live market, trading two contracts from November 1st to November 15th. This strategy has made $4,131 in profits. Okay, 34,131. The one we just talked about, the cash register, over 6,000. Okay, so if you do the math in your head, from November 1st to November 15th, it's at 4,131. And to the left of in this screenshot, you could see the cumulative net profit as it accumulates for each session. November 1st, it lost 80. November 2nd, it went up 620. November 3rd, 1245, and so on. So you could see the equity curve. The November 7th to the 8th, it took that small drawdown. But since then, there's been no drawdown. And if we go even further back, which I'm going to do in just a moment, it's really a mind blowing numbers that this strategy is putting up. From November 1st to November 15th, $4,131. Now, the last 30 days, okay, the last 30 days, we're going from, actually, it's a little more than 30 days, it looks like, October 6th to November 15th, okay? You can see the number here, $8,000. So people ask me all the time, they say, well, listen, can I trade this in my live account? Well, absolutely. You know, I have a, a guided investment account with Merrill Lynch. And, you know, the return that I have, I was looking at my performance over the last few years, and I think I'm like negative 2 or 3%. And I did the math and I did the numbers. I crunched the numbers on the strategies that I'm reviewing today. And the return on investment, had I had that, you know, same IRA or that retirement account running on these strategies, the return on investment on this, and listen, it if it maintains that return on investment, that'll be wonderful. But if it does only half as well, I mean, these are numbers like 20 or 30% a month. I mean, to have a month like that, it's really just a complete game changer to be able to have that, you know, compounding in your retirement account over a significant period of time. So the last 30 days, this strategy has made $8,000 to trade two contracts on the Russell. I think the margin on it is 500 per contract. It's $5 a tick. But let me just play the devil's advocate because I'm not 100% sure. And let's say it's $1,000 per contract. So it would require $2,000. We never want to underfund our account. Let's say you had a starting account of $10,000, and in a month you had a return of investment of $8,000. I mean, if you do the math in your heads, you know the return on investment is just astronomical with this. So, can you trade it in your live account? Well, of course you can. You know, the prop firms are great, but listen, they've made something that's, you know, started off being difficult. They made it a little bit more difficult with that trailing drawdown. So to sum it up, I always like to do a summary, and I wanted to save a few minutes and show you a video. Um, I wanted to show you, had you traded our system from November 1st to November 15th, the haymaker was at 677. The cash register 1170, the cash cow at 4,131. We're just under $6,000 on these three strategies running in the month of November. So the performance has really been incredible. So let me see if I can show you this quick video. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the sound, but let me see if I could talk my way through it. So let me escape real quick, and let's just go over to YouTube. And this video is is for our prop traders. And I know that we do have a significant number of traders now that are running prop accounts. And the owner of Right Line Trading, Mark Miller, really, he's got me up at night thinking because, his strategy, and I wanted to show it to you because let me see, it's the one here, this one here. Now, this video here, and I'm going to play it. It's how the AI auto trader helped him acquire $2 million in trader funding. So if I click the link, I'm going to blow it up. And what he's showing is he just passed his 20th account trading with one of the prop firms. He trades the $100,000 static account. Excuse me for just a moment. And he shows a short trade that he took, the system took a short trade that got in up here, came down all the way to here. His profit is at $2,000 if you can't see that for this trading session. And excuse me. And that got him over the edge for his 20th PA performance account with Apex. So now that he has 20 accounts, $2,100,000 accounts, well, that's $2 million, in leverage that he has. And what that means is he can use this AI auto trader to run these strategies. And if he makes a profit in a trade of $200 in all 20 of his accounts, well, that would be the equivalent. A $200 trade would be $4,000. If he has a winning day of $500, well, that's $10,000. And that's all risking none of his own capital. Without risking a penny of his own capital, he can 20x his profits on each one of his trading sessions. So, I mean, the potential that he's got himself in with these 20 accounts, and I just saw Joel just a few minutes ago, he has 10, so he, like Mark Miller, is thinking big. They're not doing it that one or two accounts. They're trading it 20 accounts at a time and putting themselves in a position to really make a significant amount of money. And really, as traders, that's our goal. That's where we want to be. We want to put ourselves in a position to extract profits out of the market on a consistent basis. So let me put it back into my presenter mode, and we'll keep the ball rolling. Oh, gee, I'm sorry. Because I want to show you my special offer. And we do have Black Friday coming up. And I heard Jeremy Tang allude to it. Now, if you decide to come aboard today, you're going to have unlimited VIP support. We really cater to our community of traders. We have a support crew that's going to get on your computer remotely and is going to set this entire workspace up for you. If maybe tomorrow or the next day you're having a problem or you have a question, in our Discord chat group, we have a channel that you can get instant attention and have it fixed on the spot. I know it can be very frustrating. Like I'm not going to, mention any names, but some companies it's hard to get technical support. Now we're going to be running a special, kind of our Black Friday special, through this Friday. I know it's been a long event, and I don't want to take much more of your time. If what I've discussed with you today sounds like something that you're interested in, please put your name and your phone number in the chat box. I'm going to grab a sandwich And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to give you a call and do my best to answer any questions that you might have. So put your name and your number in the chat box. I can see it. Nobody else can. And I will give you a call. You have no obligation to purchase. I'm not a telemarketer. We're just going to give you a call and see if I can answer any questions you might have. So I like to call this special offer for Traders Corner. And like Joel, we like to do something special. This is our two for special. The two for, you're going to get the two for ones. You're going to get the discretionary trading system along with the automated strategies. All of the charts that our strategies run on come with chart templates, and the signals that they provide you with are just incredible. You'll see on your chart, big crosses where you could take entries if you wanted to on a discretionary basis. These, these entry signals are extremely powerful. But you don't have to take discretionary trades, but it is a component of this special offer. You're also going to receive our full portfolio of strategies. And I say that with emphasis because it's important to have them all, to have that diversity, to know in the future if we're going to come out with a new one that you're going to get it. I think is very important. It may not be something we continue to do. Um, However, if you take advantage of the special offer today, during this special offer time, you are going to get all additional markets. And you're also going to have access to our Discord chat group, and that I'm going to cover in just a moment. So the monthly subscription is $3.99 a month. Normally it's $4.99. Today it's going to be $3.99. It's a 20% savings. However, the better value is going to be with our quarter and annual. If you buy 2 months, you're going to get the third month for free. Buy 2 months, get the third month free with our quarterly subscription, which is $7.99. And for the annual, if you buy 3 quarters, you're going to get the fourth quarter free. Buy 3 quarters, get the fourth quarter free. Your best value is the annual. For $23.99, we'll call it $2,400. It's $200 a month is what it breaks down to. For $200 a month, to have the potential to make the numbers that I've just shown you. I think it's like, one is 6,000, one's 4,000. To be in the market with the potential to make those kind of gains for $200 a month, I know that you'll be happy that you did it. Okay, with that being said, I want to show you real quick our Discord chat group. We have just an absolute great community of traders. In our Discord, this is the general chat channel. In the general chat channel is just that. We have members that post their trades for the day, and you can see what the rest of our community of traders is doing. We have our daily results. The daily results, the hardworking guy, he made 1,143 on the cash cow. He lost 400 on the cash register, lost 400 on the golden goose, made 559 on the haymaker, and the retirement plan had lost 788. So everything is very transparent. Godzilla runs these in his PA accounts. He had a big day with the haymaker, 1100. He was up on the 15 range on the Russell. He was up 700. The golden goose up 700. Red cash register up 200. So we have this channel where every day our members are posting their results. If you're having a problem, Charles, who's one of our technicians, will be right on it. We have a whole prop trading channel with all types of resources for prop traders. And I think one of the most important things, I always get this question, is, one of the knocks on auto traders is, once market conditions change, I've heard it, probably dozens of times, I've bought I've bought a system in the past that did well at first, but after the first few weeks, it didn't do that well. Well, we have a team that really does a thorough analysis of the data and optimizes these inputs on a weekly basis. We have a master spreadsheet that you'll have access to, and every Friday, those inputs are optimized to keep the strategies fresh. To keep the strategies fresh. Listen, we're on a subscription model. We want to develop a win win relationship with you. We want this to be a relationship that is long lasting. And if you're not making money, we're not going to retain you. And we get it. So these are kept fresh on a weekly basis. Order today, you're also going to receive a bonus, which is our Learn How to Build Your Own ATM Machine Masterclass Modules 1 and 2. So between Modules 1 and 2, you will know how to build your own strategy. If you have some great ideas and you can tinker around under the hood, not for everybody, but we provide you with the information that's going to allow you to do that and optimize your own inputs. So let me just take a quick minute just to see if anybody had any questions. I don't want to overstep my time limits. I see, let me see. Okay. The only question I really see is something that I answered pertaining to prop accounts. And yes, you can trade your prop accounts. So again, I want to really thank everybody for giving me their time today. And I'm going to just close out with my offer slide and my phone number. And if you want, please give me a call. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. I want to thank you. I want to thank Traders Corner. And I hope everybody has a blessed holiday season that's approaching. Thank you very much for having me, Rob. Okay, Rob might have stepped away. Okay. So I guess that's about it. I don't think Rob is can hear me any longer. I hope you can. And Jose, thank you for your number. I'm going to give you a call. Looks like you're in the same neck of the woods as I am. So again, listen, I want to thank everybody for your time. I know it's been a long presentation, but it's been packed with great information, and I hope that you use the information to your benefit. And I wish you much success, and God bless you for these holiday seasons. Again, have a great day, and thank you for your time. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you, Mark.